Welcome back. We're back on the channel, back on the YouTube channel for a very momentous time, which is, of course, the Aquarius full moon on July 23rd. It's happening at 10:37 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's what this video is about. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about this crystal I got. I just went to Asheville last weekend. I got this crystal from the Asheville Gem Company. So, I think they mine them themselves. I mean, okay, it's a rainbow jasper. And okay, look, it literally fits my fingers. I mean, I love her. I mean, look. I just think everyone deserves to see this. And go get you this is your sign to get a fucking handheld crystal. Like nothing hits like this. Okay. Anyways, moving on. So this Aquarius full moon, you guys. So full moon, obviously we have the Leo sun opposite the Aquarius full moon. It's happening around the same degree that the Great Conjunction happened back in December. So it's now kind of closing that chapter or bringing up also those themes again. So the themes of Aquarius are very collective oriented. They are very much about how do we help society? How do we contribute to a better future? Aquarius is very visionary and is able to see into the future, able to see what needs to be done to change. They are ruled by Saturn, so they are very inquisitive in thinking about the structures. They understand that structure is needed to bring peace, to bring harmony. There needs to be some sort of organization. Whereas Capricorn focuses more on the individual side, Aquarius is looking at how we need organization for the group. So Aquarius is going to be touching on all of those themes. Now, when we have the Leo sun opposite the Aquarius moon, it is reflecting how can our individual identity, how can our sense of self contribute to society? So it's putting a mirror to what are we doing just for our ego and what are we doing, how are we using our gifts to actually help people, to actually improve society. There's so much and going into Leo season 2, it's like, yes, celebrate the fuck out of yourself. Yes, have so much confidence, but let that confidence be one that inspires other people. Let that confidence be one that raises people up rather than putting yourself on a pedestal, putting anyone on a pedestal. It's all about equality in letting everyone express themselves truly. So we also have the moon conjunct Saturn and Pluto. So full moons, obviously, we know are very much about releasing, letting go, shedding the layers. So here we're shedding the past versions of ourselves that are not able to let us really show up for the collective, really show up in the way that we are using our gifts to the best of our abilities. We all have such unique things that this world has to offer. And this full moon is telling us to look at our day to day and what needs to change in order to let yourself actually tap into your own power. So conjunct Saturn, it does take a little serious, it takes more of a serious tone. Rather than new moons and the new moon in Cancer recently, it was all about dreamy manifestation and very mystical and very abstract. This full moon is telling us basically to get our shit together. In order to undergo the kind of change and transformation that's necessary to bring ourselves to our highest truth, we need to sacrifice things. We need to take responsibility of our actions. We need to get organized and do the hard work, the stuff that you don't want to do, that takes the long time, that includes planning in the long term. Those are things that you have to start to incorporate in your day to day. With Pluto also, Pluto is just making this energy of the full moon even stronger, because Pluto is reminding us that our power comes from our darkness. Our power comes from acknowledging our shadow self and then choosing to transmute that, choosing to transform ourselves, to step into the version of ourselves that's going to align us with our truth. So it's a lot of ego work during this full moon. It's a lot of looking at the self and seeing what are you doing just for validation, or what are you doing just in a way that is fueling your ego but is not fueling your soul? We're looking at to fuse those. And with ego, you're never actually going to fully get rid of it. And we're not meant to get rid of it. That is what makes us human. But it's about using our uniqueness, using our unique abilities to help people in the greatest way. Knowing what your gifts are, and then being able to tap into them to help people in whatever way that can be. Doesn't matter what kind of field you're in, you have unique gifts, and just acknowledge if you are not able to be doing that on your day-to-day right now. And it's also just a reminder of like, why are we doing what we're doing? Like, that is a good journal thing to prompt on. Like, the path you're on, like, ask yourself, why are you doing this? And if you're doing this for anyone except for yourself, for anything that doesn't feel like your true self, then that's what you need to rethink. That's what you need to figure out, what kind of hard work needs to be done to get you into a place where you can wake up and do what you know you're meant to do every day, and to eliminate the energies that are taking up your time too much and not able to do what you want to do every day. The Leo sun is also trine Neptune. So there's a harmonious angle between the sun, our individuality, that core of self, and our dreams. But rather than the kind of dreamy manifestations, it's so much more about, okay, now let's take the actions towards our goals. Let's actually put in the work. Let's use this full moon to release, not actually going things all the way. Release just keeping everything in the mind and not actually putting in the work to make it a reality. Yeah, I think that's probably good. I think for journaling, ask yourself, who are you serving? Who are you serving on a day-to-day? How are you using your gifts to the best of your abilities? How can you tap into the true part of yourself that's going to inspire people rather than the ego self? And just always bring it back to community. I think rhodonite's a really good stone for this, really good crystal for this full moon, because rhodonite, it promotes altruism. And that's really a lot of what Aquarius is about. It's about thinking outside of the box for the best outcome for all. And then for you, it's how do you contribute to that? What are you doing on your day-to-day to contribute? Are you an activist? Are you being a positive person in your workforce? Are you being a healer? Are you fighting for those who are oppressed? Think about more ways that your uniqueness. Are you an amazing writer? Are you an amazing artist? How can you tell stories of those? How can you tell your story in a way that inspires others to tell theirs? Okay. I also got these cards in Asheville, and I have her animal spirit deck, but this is the tarot deck, and I'm really excited. So I'm just going to get us some general collective guidance on how do we harness the power of this full moon. Oh, shit, almost went in the candle. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. Yep. I mean, it's very consistent with the message, of course, that I was just giving about what this whole moon is even about. So First of all, we have, I mean, look at this. It's a butterfly chrysalis. It's the 8 of Swords. And it's kind of a preparation time. I think that this is pointing to also the Pluto, the transformation, the acknowledging the ego. Look, it's acknowledging there are these dark parts that are holding you back. It's acknowledging that your ego might have taken control in the past. And how do you go go inside? How do you go into yourself, high priestess, and change your perspective on things and realign yourself with what is helping the greater good, helping beyond just your ego? How do you, I mean, look within. Look within. High priestess is a card of waiting. It's a card of letting the guidance come in, and it's letting yourself see your shadow self, allowing yourself to acknowledge that. Then we have this Five of Pentacles. This can speak of lack. This can speak, for me, I'm getting like inadequacy, and it's Pentacles, but honestly, in this card, I'm getting that it's feeling lack in self, lack in ability to actually be able to pursue your dreams in a way that's going to be abundant for you. So much of society right now is built around corporations and organizations, and Aquarius energy is really shifting that. When we had that huge shift from Capricorn, from the earth sign conjunctions into air sign, it really is this shift of collaboration. And it's an entire shift in the world that is telling us things that you never thought could be jobs, could be profitable, can be profitable, but you have to believe in yourself. It's all about how much you can sell yourself, how much you can sell your beliefs and your trust that the message you are bringing, the trust that the people that you are attracting, that you are speaking to, are going to benefit from your energy, from your presence. Oh, good. Oh, good. Another crash outside of my house. Okay. And then we also have we have the Five of Pentacles, and we also have the Six of Pentacles. So this is, I mean, it's already showing like an improvement. Like if we can acknowledge this dark side, if we can acknowledge lack mindset that can be holding us back, if we can acknowledge that there have been times where we couldn't believe that we can do what we want. But letting yourself build, letting yourself grow, we have Hierophant here, letting yourself grow, letting yourself learn, letting yourself explore what it means to tap into your gifts, exploring what your gifts are, reading about different areas that you're interested in, expanding your perspective, seeing if there's a teacher, seeing if there's a coach that can help you on your journey in whatever way. It's a building energy. It's not saying your imposter syndrome is able to go away and you're able to believe in your truth if you continue to get experiences under your belt. The more you do things, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you know you are tapping into your truth, that you are following your intuition and doing what you know you need to be doing. The more you're going to trust yourself. And everything is about self-trust, because it's self-trust, and then knowing where you're coming from is intentional. Knowing that you are doing things in order to help the greater good. And we have Empress also. Empress we have this is very, these Empress and High Priestess, it's reminding us to tap into our feminine energies, to tap into our creative side, into our gut, into our intuition, because that is what's going to show us what we want to be doing. We can use the masculine energy to start making things work once we have identified our gifts, once we have done the introspection required in order for us to understand what we even want, what we even are passionate about. The Empress really rules the heart, and she gives freely, and love just flows in and out. And it's such a good card for this full moon, because it's really about like, how can I let my uniqueness and my love flow even more to the other people? Because the more you allow your uniqueness to help people and to flow into other people, the more it's going to continue to come back to you. It's all energetic openings. The more, if you open your gate and you let it out, it's able to come in as well. And then we have the 10 of Cups, which solidifies this idea that, I mean, tell me that's not exactly what I'm talking about. If you let that flow, if you let it flow from yourself, it flows back. This is just the perfect fucking example. I get it, universe. You're so silly. You're so silly. But yeah, it's like, when love is the focus, when appreciation, gratitude, the highest vibrations are the standard, are the goal, then it's only going to have good outcomes. And that's why you can trust yourself and you can believe in yourself when you know what you're doing is out of love. When you know every time you do something, every time you make a choice, that it is authentic to you and that it is helping other people in whatever way. And I'm not saying it necessarily has to be directly like healing someone or giving them a reading. It doesn't have to be that direct, but even just having a strong sense of self and trusting yourself and having confidence, I mean, that can inspire people. That can allow you to be a role model for people. That will allow people to step into their truth, to trust themselves. Whew, yeah. I'm feeling this energy for sure. Yeah, I guess that's what I have for today. It's always so funny after tarot. I'm like, okay, back to me, because I just got channeled taken over. But thanks for watching, BBs.